Hello my dears, I am so happy I am back. We just had a full week of just rain, pouring rain, almost 24/7. Today is the first day of stopping of rain, of a bit of sunshine. So I'm excited to be back out and not in my four walls. Okay, let's see what you need to hear today. And yeah, we'll just get into it, I guess. Let's see, what are we talking about? The Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. Oh wow, something in your emotional realm. Maybe there is some sort of a relationship coming up here, because we do have the Lovers, right? So it could be a romantic relationship, but any sort of partnership where you are truly invested in one another, emotionally speaking. But it seems like you're maybe trying to also change patterns in regards to your emotions when it comes to your mind as well. Like in your mind, you're trying to change how you think or how you act or react to things. We're gonna get more information, and actually I thought it was still nice out without this second layer, because I dress like an onion. I live as I preach, I try to. And I need another layer here. Alrighty, let's see, what else can we talk going into this? What do we need to know? I hope everyone's doing okay. How has your November been? Oh my lordies, that's a lot of cards. How has your November been? For me, I've noticed it's been very November-y. It's been very introspective, very slow-paced, kind of recharging the batteries, you know, and sometimes a bit forcefully. Like for example, with the rain, you know, these last few days, it's not few days, it's been at least a week of straight rain, and we've got little flies today, so it was kind of a forceful break as well, but it allowed me to do stuff in the background. It allowed me to do other things. Maybe you're going through something where there's some sort of a break, some sort of a pause in your life, where it's allowing you to do other things. It's allowing you to prepare for when things come in, maybe, or once you come back into a place where you are able to engage with the world more. Okay. Okay, we're gonna, oh my gosh, these are a lot of cards. These two we're gonna leave till the end because they are somehow come out in a weird way. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. Some sort of a decision for expansion where you're not fully sure yet. Going a separate route, trying something new, but it still feels a little difficult because you're used to what you know. So, you know, the intention is there, but the action of really truly going for something is not fully actualized yet. With the Four of Swords here in reverse, it speaks of struggling to take a break, struggling to really embrace, you know, needing to. Look at him. This is my gosh, now I forgot his name. It's like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Maybe I'll put it here. I love the magic of editing. I'm so bad at it, but like the basic stuff, it already brings me joy. But anyway, this dude is the child of Loki, and in the fight at the end of time, when the gods fight, and there is a big Ragnarok, when there's like this big ending, and this ending is then also the beginning of the same cycle, because it's a continuous cycle with no start or end really. But he fights, and he, you know, he's being pierced, he's being put into a place of submission in a way, and he's also, by the way, being kept in chains before this all happens, because people are so scared that he will attack, or what would happen, what can happen. I don't know if there's a prophecy where they kind of know, maybe, but I can't remember. Either way, they keep him safe. They keep him safe. They say they keep him safe, and they lock him up, you know? That's here. Maybe, okay, now I'm going off, but again, we're trusting, right? That it's not the cards that come out, it's what comes up within us and what comes up within you when I speak on these subjects, even if we're going off into different stratospheres. But this reminds me of the new Guillermo del Toro movie, Frankenstein. My dears, please go see that movie. If you're able to go see it in cinema, please do support the fact that it is being put in cinema, and I hope they bring it a bit closer, a bit more often as well. But anyway, in Frankenstein, without giving too much away, But there is a scene where, you know, Frankenstein has put the creature into chains in the basement, and, you know, he's existing there. And he's asked, like, why did you do this? And he says, oh, because he doesn't know any better. You know, talking about the creature, saying, you know, he's too dangerous, like him here. He's too dangerous. We have to, like, keep him stuck. But what happens, you know? By the way, the response to that is, but you know better, you know? And he still chooses to do that. But in that sense, him choosing to do something because he thinks he's going to be a danger and putting him into chains is actually the birth of the anger within him that he was so angry about, that he was so scared of in the first place, right? The reason he put him into chains because he's scared of him. He's scared of him. He's scared of what he's created. You know, but putting him into chains is actually what causes him to have a reason to be scared of in the first place, because he came into this world, the creature, unconditionally loving, you know, surpassing the human, the layers of the onion that come on as we go through life. Okay, now we went out somewhere. This was, I'm sure, important, but the Four of Swords came out in reverse, so it's this, like, not wanting to take a break. Here he is being forced to take a break. So maybe for you to not get forced, for you to not be put into chains, you know, as a preventative measure, you need to find a way to figure out, why are you thinking that you need chains in this instance in the first place? Is there a different way of approaching a situation where you don't need to have such precaution? You don't need to be so also go, right? And not rest, because the Four of Swords is the rest card. We have the Hermit here, going within, finding the guide within, the light within, and following that. This is a card of solitude, so spending time alone. You might be spending time alone, but maybe there is still a difficulty towards the resting. And this is, I think this is something that you're trying to change. I'm seeing it, right? We've got all these cards right on the Ace of Swords, so changing some sort of mental patterns. And the expansion, the Two of Wands that we were speaking on, wanting to, but not, the three would be the expansion, right? But you're not there yet. You're not there yet because there's still this anxiety. There is an anxiety that keeps you, that keeps the motors running, you know? And I want to find, we have two more cards actually that I'm going to pick here. These had come out as well, but they came out in a different, they came out kind of like covered, and I put them separate. So we're going to see what they were, because now I'm really seeing that we have a symmetry here in this spread happening. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Swords. If we connect these two as a simple message, the Seven of Swords is the card of trickery, the card of deceit, finding out some sort of a betrayal, or betraying yourself, or being betrayed, betraying someone. The Ace of Wands in reverse, you are betraying yourself when it comes to your own power, to your own creativity, to your own ability to create, to put your light into this world, to go ahead, you know. The Wands are the fire element, they are the movement, they are the heat. That makes the molecules move, that allows for life to exist in the first place. Okay, but yeah, we had this in reverse, and now I put it down upright, and it's now on top of the Queen of Cups. So it's this understanding that something in regards to your emotion you had to work through. You had to go swim into the water of your emotions to figure out that there was some sort of deceit happening in regards to you trusting your own power, your own self, your own input into life. This bringing you anxiety, maybe this coming out in relationships, specifically romantic relationships, as we have the Lovers here, but it leading to a place where you are now cutting some sort of pathway in which you find yourself, and I mean like really like the way you're thinking. You're kind of changing the way you're thinking, or you're trying to, and not fully there yet. Now, what is then the guidance for the collective in their efforts that they are finding themselves in? The Ace of Coins. To keep investing into what you are investing. You are already on the right path. The Two of Wands shows that the intent is there. The next step is the expansion, is making the steps possible for this expansion to come in, right? So keep on your path, continue to invest into what you are investing in this life, in the material world specifically. We're gonna get here more cards. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I think you can, because they keep going in front of the camera. Hello. But there's loads of little flies. It must be because of the rain these last couple days. We have continuance. Yeah, continue to keep going. And I'm hearing an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So this idea, sorry, I had a fly come right up to my ear. This idea of like doing something every single day to prevent something in the long run, or to achieve something in the long run in the same way, right? So continue striving towards what you're striving towards, continue dealing with your emotions, continue to doing the work that is called for you to be able to change the mind, for you to be able to change the material. You have to go within, you have to be honest about the seed, you have to be honest about who you are, not who you want to be, and who other people are, not who you want them to be. Okay, that is an important thing, and also who they maybe want to be perceived as. There's so many layers to the self, and to the, in astrology, I like the idea of astrology that says that the person, there's different areas to the human, and when people are only talking about what's your sign, they're just speaking on like the sun sign, which is the most basic. It's not the most basic, it's the core, but it only shows you a very small part of the bigger picture. And when you look into then the other aspects of astrology, they speak on it's still you. And here's where people get confused, because they're like, what's the difference? It's the different ways of you, the different versions of you, the one that you perceive, the one that you don't perceive that is though you, the one that people perceive, the one that you would like to be perceived, where you come from in your perception, where you're going in your perception. And I don't know, I think philosophically we can argue that everything is happening within your head, and more than that we don't really know. And I'm gonna continue because I'm being attacked by flies. Jesus, my lordies, what is going on, guys? This is a sensory torture method for me. No, stop. I don't like little touch. No, go away. Okay, I have 3 messages here. I spread positivity and light. Excuse me, little fly, can you move away? Sorry, there was a fly on the thing. I spread positivity and light wherever I go. And I was gonna read, I almost misread whenever I go. So no matter what is going on, no matter where you are, to try to connect to the positivity. And this is not toxic positivity. I'm not saying to connect to something that is so far from your reality that it feels like a denial, right? A denial of the reality. I've seen that a lot in like spiritual circles where people seem to be getting stuck at the door to spirituality as the answer to all that is. And it's this deception almost that comes through like, oh, you just have to be positive, you just have to. And I know I obviously I'm trying to instill a sort of positivity within you, but by introspection, by you thinking about why you do feel positive, not forcing yourself to smile, but finding reasons to smile about. Does that make sense? And recognizing when there is maybe something to cry about. This is also, something that comes up when people are so hell-bent on kind of holding on to a positive place or like a certain vibe, and then they don't allow for nature's waves of positivity, negativity, of kind of how are you feeling, how are you dealing with life, and that is very essential. To allow light to really exist, you need to allow it to also go, like the sun. It comes and it goes. We have to let it be, You can force yourself to have sunshine all day or darkness all day, depending on what you prefer. Okay, we have my boundaries with others are an act of self-love. beautiful. And we have the card on the Ace of Coins, on the continuance, on you cutting the pathways, the neural pathways, making new changes into you, how you think. So if this is something new, you finding these boundaries, you maybe the two of wands we were talking about, right? Not reaching a point of expansion. Maybe this is actually a good thing. It's a matter of you standing your ground, of you building pathways, or having a certain path that you're on that you are not going to move away from. Does that make sense? We have so many flies. You can see them, I think. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. It's this, or it's my room where we can, but honestly, I really struggle when I'm filming in my room with the light in my face. Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited also to just be out in the forest and be able to come out again. Being able to experience life is a miracle. Oh my, it is a miracle. Even if it's not perfect, even if there's pain, even if there's loss. Look, my friend, I find existence extremely difficult. I struggle with it every single day, to just be like, okay, I'm fine with being here again. I need to do this work every day, consciously do this work. And I'm so grateful I get to do this work. I always try to keep in mind, every day you have on this earth is a day more that someone else maybe didn't get. An opportunity to do something with your life, to experience it in the first place. And it is a gift. It is truly a gift, even if it's painful, even if it hurts sometimes. Because you can create, and the pain points can help us sometimes also find ways that work for us. Where does it hurt less? Where can we find a way in? Like, for example, one of the things I deeply dislike in this life, and that I very much struggle with, is being perceived. I know. This took me a really, really long time to get to be able to do this kind of work in front of a camera. And also to be playing music again. Like, I haven't played music in front of people for a decade, my dudes, a decade. Because I struggle to be perceived. I don't like it. And here I go, look, it's a subconscious closing up. But through pushing through this discomfort, through seeing the opportunities and the ways I can shape my own life, and I can do the things that are scary, and I have to do the things that are scary to get to the places that I want to be at, right? I want to be at a place where I reach people with my work, where I can help people, where I can do something with my day-to-day that feels fulfilling, and where I can look back in my life and say, yes, I am proud. I am proud of what I did with the time I had on this earth. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that's the most important thing. Okay. We're gonna leave you, I think, with this. Thank you so much if you made it up to here. And guys, I have news, okay? Please don't click off, because I want to share something exciting. I have taken these last few days to do a lot of behind the scenes work as well. And I finally have a way for you guys to book that is super easy, where there's a website. You guys go, you click what you want, you pay, and it's done. And then we figure it out, and you'll get your video, or you get a phone call with me, a video call, sorry. So it's just gonna make the whole booking much easier, and I'm very, very excited that it's finally done. It also actually is an opportunity for anyone who would want to, and is obviously in a position where they can tip at any point. Because it's called Buy Me a Coffee, and I really like this idea of, like, if you ever would want to, you could just leave a little tip. And obviously you don't have to at all, but I like the option, and especially because I am not monetized. As you see, I'm a quite small channel, so it would just help me create. It's my dream to be able to do this for as long as I possibly can, and it is you guys that help me do that. So thank you, and thank you for trusting me with my babbles and for listening to my babbles. I really, really appreciate you guys. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go. Yo, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. Have a lovely rest of your day.